So traditionalists have this goal of building a legacy, and they do in your organizations as well. They're very upset, even after they've retired, when they've heard that something has not gone well in your organizations. They're emotionally connected, and they want to work on projects and on tasks that are really going to build for the next generation, for the sustainability of your organization. Your baby boomers, you saw in some of the images there, the rebellion, the peace, love movement, right? And the rebellion against fighting the man. They were fighting that rigid structure that the traditionalists had set up, those rules and those structures. And they had that rallying cry, we're going to fight the man. And then they came into the workplace, and who was running the show? The man. Right? Nowadays we could say more often than not also the woman, perhaps. But the man was running the show, and the man said, oh, that's all cute, baby boomer. You want to be rebellious. Well, there's 10 of you outside the door who can do the job just as the way I want you to do it. So baby boomers had to mellow. And what happened is that a lot of competition came into the workplace. They had to work really hard to get where they got. Their goal is to put their stamp on things, because they constantly had to show that they could add the greatest value in any organization. We see your Gen Xer images, and one of the large, I mean, it's not an image, it was a word around corporate downsizing. That is the most significant event professionally for Gen Xers, because they witnessed baby boomers and traditionalists who had invested time, those 60, 70, 80, 90-hour work weeks, and their emotional connection into an organization be let go. Not because of performance reasons, but because we had recessions, we had introduction of technology, we had redundancy, we removed many layers of middle management. And so as a result, Xers said, that's never going to happen to me. That is never going to happen to me. So what do they do to prevent it from happening to them, folks? They work for themselves, absolutely. The highest rate of entrepreneurs. Some people say they job hop and they move around. Well, their goal is really to maintain independence. So it's not true. It's a myth that they hop around just because. They move jobs or start their own business when they feel like they're no longer learning, growing, developing, or getting marketable results. That's how I'm going to remain independent. When I am constantly remaining marketable, then I can move my skill set to wherever I need to move it. So that's why they're always focused on their independence. It's about getting results so that if you ask me to leave or I choose to leave, I can get another job. And your Gen Ys, well, they're growing up in very interesting times. They're oftentimes the children of baby boomers. And both at home and in the school system, they're being raised with a lot of self-esteem, a lot of optimism, and a lot of confidence. So the ministries of education say across the country, our country, Canada, and into the U.S. as well, they say, you know what? Our pedagogy should be based on raising self-esteem. Because kids these days, they don't have enough self-esteem. And a lot of employers that we work with say, wow, we think they have just a little too much self-esteem. So what does that mean? It means that Gen Ys don't fail. It means that when you you assign something in September and you don't hand it in until December, the most you get is maybe 10% off. We remember a time that it was 10% per day, or you don't hand it in, you fail. So what does that mean when it comes into the workplace? Well, it means that you're assigning, somebody on your team to get something done for your client or for the internal group, and they say, oh, you wanted it this Tuesday. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, next Tuesday.
And for many baby boomers, their career equaled their self-worth. That's why downsizing was so emotionally devastating for this cohort. It was tied to their self-worth. You go to a party with baby boomers and people ask you, what do you do? Right? That's the first question. People take it very seriously, right? Hello, Giselle Kovary, managing partner, 300 employees. You're like, I just want to know if you wanted a drink, right? But people take that very seriously because it was part of their identity. They put in those long hours, as Adwoa talked about. This is in contrast to your Gen Xers. Gen Xers often define themselves in opposition to baby boomers. They say, I don't want to be like a baby boomer. They watch their baby boomer, parents or friends or siblings. They watch their traditionalists who've been dedicated those long hours to an organization be let go. They'd be impacted by corporate downsizing, as Adwoa mentioned. And they said, you know what? I'm not going to spend the 80 hours of work at work. My career is only one part of me. And sorry, probably not the most important part of me. And often senior leaders or organizations find that very, very difficult to understand. They say, well, what do you mean this isn't the most important part of your life? People say, well, I got to leave. It's soccer. I got to have soccer at 5 o'clock. And they go, soccer? You're 35 years old. Give it up. Grow up. Right? But Xers said absolutely not. I'm going to make my career only one part of me, and other parts of my life are equally as important or more important. So your Xers place their loyalty with their manager, with their direct one-up manager. Any ideas why that is? Adwoa gave you a hint. Why are they loyal to their managers? Because the manager is the gatekeeper. If you are a manager, you are your gatekeeper for your Gen Xers. You decide what learning and development they can go on to get a new result. You decide what cross-functional projects they can be exposed to. You sign off on their vacation. And remember, career is only one part of them, so vacation's a huge part of their life. And then we come to your Gen Ys. Anyone have children in this cohort? Yes? Nieces or nephews? You know this generation moves and travels in packs, right? And they stay connected via technology. They stay connected via technology and they move and travel in packs. They're loyal to their pack cross-functionally. Unlike baby boomers, it's not in the silo way, it's cross-functionally. And they will talk and share everything. They text and share and share. They talk about their performance reviews, they talk about their salary, they talk about their bonus, they talk about their manager, they talk about your organization. If you're lucky, it's not on their Facebook. But it probably is. And this generation wants to ensure equitable treatment for everyone. So this begins to impact how you assign work, your reward system, the ways in which your teams are set up, the opportunities for advancement in your career. We do focus groups with Gen Ys, and we have a Gen Y say, you know what, I was given an award for my performance on the team, and I felt guilty. Guilty. Because my peers worked really hard, and they didn't get an award either. Well, remember, this is a generation that's been playing on soccer teams where everyone gets a trophy. So as Adwoa mentioned, their view for their career is an opportunity to contribute and add value on day one. And they don't even struggle with these notions of loyalty. How long should I stay? When should I go? They recognize they're going to have 8 to 10 different careers. So they don't expect they're going to spend their career with you. They just want to make sure they're doing something cool and something fun when they're there.